Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Mina. Welcome to my channel, Mina Reads. And I'm about 3 weeks into the fall semester and I only have about 2 brain cells left. It's the weekend and I want to focus my brain on something that's not literary criticism of Jane Eyre and that's not about our not so sustainable environment. And so I decided that this weekend I'm going to read about pegging and polyamory because that's the 2 P's, the 2 pillars of my channel, I think. My brand, you know, men get pegged, polyamory rights. I feel like that's my thing. For brand consistency, we're going to do a vlog all about pegging and polyamory. So, first book that I want to read is American Sweethearts by Adriana Herrera. I don't even know if you can see the cover because the glare is a little bit weird. But I don't know exactly what this book is about, but the author said that people get pegged in it. So, particularly men. This man, he's going to get pegged. So we're going to read it. Of course, why not? And then I have a few other books that are going to be on the TBR, but they'll be a secret until we get there. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Okay, I'm about 90 pages into this, so I actually know what the book is about now. So it's about these 2 characters, Juan Pablo and Priscilla, and they are 2 Afro-Latinx people. They grew up in the same neighborhood. They've been having this on and off relationship for like the past 15 years or something insane like that. And basically they have this large group of mutual friends. One of their mutual friends is getting married, so they are spending some time together at like this destination wedding in the DR, and it's basically like, you know, the chemistry between them is still there, it's still real, and wow, I'm obsessed with the chemistry between these characters. It's like very, very hot, very steamy. I'm really loving it, and I really love Juan Pablo. He seems like he's doing like some soul searching and like he's really working on like becoming a more emotionally mature person and stuff, and honestly I'm living for it. I'm eating it up. And Priscilla, I think he works for like the Yankees. I don't know what he's supposed to do, but he works for this baseball team, so like that's cool, I guess. And the girl Priscilla, she's a cop, so like I don't really care about that at all, but she's a cop, and I think that she really wants to be like a sex educator as her main hustle instead of being a cop now, but she doesn't know how to like make that transition. So I think that like her being a sex educator is going to come in to the plot line more, because they've been talking a lot very freely about masturbation and sex toys and like lube and all that. So like, good for them. We love open communication about healthy, fun sex practices. Absolutely love to see it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think the writing style is cool, and also this is just really, really cute and really sweet, because I think this is like the 4th book in a series. I don't think that you really need to read the other books in a series to understand what's going on in this, but it does follow like this large group of friends, and so I think that all of the other couples that are mentioned in this book, they got together in previous books. So like all those couples, they seem so sweet and really nice, and I love them. It's just like so much love in the air, and their friend group is really nice. So I think after I read this, I'll probably want to read the rest of the books in the series, because it kind of really slaps, and I'm really liking the writing. And the characters, they're pulling me in, particularly Juan Pablo. Like he's just everything to me. So I'm loving it so far. And there was a scene in a beach cabana that was a moment.
But wow, what a moment. I will never forget.
A moment most pleasing to me in my career. So, let's keep reading. Ooh, sis, I look rough. Damn. It was a hard night, huh? I look a mess. Anyways, I completed American Sweethearts yesterday, and I of course didn't update you guys because I'm terrible at vlogging. We should all know that by now. But child, it really did slap. Give it 4 stars. It was really good. If I were to rate it on the sexiness from like WAP to flop, most definitely WAP, 100%. I did give it 4 stars and not 5 stars though, because I felt like this whole book is really about this emotional and sexual journey between our 2 main characters, Juan Pablo and Priscilla, and they have been dating like off and on for about like 16 years or something ridiculous like that. And so basically with their most recent breakup, which was 2 years ago, Juan Pablo, he decided that he really needs to get his life together, and so he like started going to see a therapist and everything like that so that he could be a more like emotionally mature person. So in the current, in the present where we are meeting them, he has definitely gone on this journey of emotional growth, and he's definitely at a really like healthy emotional place. And I feel like Priscilla is not at the same level of emotional health, and I feel like it was a little bit frustrating to me that it felt like Juan Pablo was doing all this stuff to like prove that he was worthy of her and all that kind of stuff, which is like great, wonderful, amazing. It made me fall in love with him for sure. And so like I understood why he was doing all the stuff he was trying to do to like woo her and convince her that he was the man. But I just feel like Priscilla, she was not necessarily pulling her weight. I wanted her to bring some of the same energy and care to their relationship that Juan Pablo was bringing, because there's kind of all these allusions to like issues that they both mutually had when they were in previous, entanglements with each other. And I just felt like we could have seen a little bit more growth from Miss Priscilla. I definitely think that she could have shown a little bit more growth. But overall, I really did enjoy the book. I think that they had brilliant chemistry. I think Adriana Herrera did a really good job of also making this a standalone, even though this is like the 4th book in a series, and I kind of didn't realize that it was like a part of a series. I think that Adriana did a really good job of establishing like the character dynamics and the friendship dynamics between all those people, even though I haven't read the other books. So I definitely think if you want to check this out, like, you don't have to read all the other books in the series, but I definitely will be reading those books because this book was just so fun. It was so sexy, and also the audiobook narrator is amazing. His name is like Sean Crisden or something like that. He's a legend. So I would definitely recommend it on audio. Started the 2nd book that I'm going to be reading in this video, and that book is, what the hell is it called? Forever Theirs by Katie Robert. This is the 2nd book in the Thelonian Dynasty series. The 1st book is really a novella, and it's just about like when the 3 characters meet, and this is a polyamorous romance between this random, regular girl and this prince and his bodyguard. So it's a polyamorous relationship between all of them. And in this book, we are following their night of passion 3 months ago, and they're finally reconnecting. And Meg, the girl, she has some issues with Theo and Galen because they left her and they like basically ghosted her. They never called, they never texted, blah blah blah. So she's a little bit bitter about that, and they kind of come back into her life, and she doesn't know what to think because he's a prince and he's a bodyguard and their lives shouldn't intersect and blah blah blah. Listen, I think that the first novella was like really hot, but I'm like 20% into this, and it's getting on my nerves kind of a lot, actually, because the girl Meg is broke. We all been there. We all broke. Like, capitalism is a disease, yes. So we all broke. I feel you, sis. So she was thinking about her tuition, how she needs to pay her tuition, and she's like $2,000 short. She complains about that, and Theo comes to visit her at her job, which was weird, actually. How the fuck did he know where she works? Weird. So he comes to her job, and he's talking to her, and she's complaining like, we're in 2 different spheres in life. I'm struggling to pay my tuition, and you're a prince. We'll never be the same. La 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 la, and all that other shit. So he's like, yeah, okay, fine. So they go their separate ways, and then he pays her tuition. So then she's all fired up and mad and pissed off that he paid her tuition. So she's like, how could you do this? How dare you? And she was like, I'm not a charity case, and she was like, I'm not a whore, which is like, why you gotta bring sex workers into it? Disrespecting sex workers is not going to make you feel better about yourself, sweetie. So then she was like, yeah, I don't have sex for money. So I was like, okay, simple. Don't fuck him, and then you're not having sex for money. It's a very simple solution to the problem that you have, right? So she goes to his house, and she's like, you need to take this money back. La 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 la. Girl, what you mean he need to take the money back? Like, if he's rich, he's a prince. He don't need that $2,000. He don't need that shit. You should take it. It's called redistribution of wealth, honey. Redistribute it to yourself. Pay your damn tuition. And there's nothing wrong with being a prideful individual, being an independent woman, and all that good shit. Nothing wrong with that. But if you need help and somebody offering you help, why you don't want the help? I don't understand that. Like, it could never be me. No reason in the world that she's fighting him like, you need to take this money back. I don't have sex for money. I don't have sex for money. And then what's she doing in the next scene? Riding him. Make it make sense, honey. Make it make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't add up. It's update time. We in the same location because I never leave my room. But I finished Forever Theirs and I did not like it that much. I think I'm gonna give it like maybe 3 stars. 3 stars might be a little bit generous. I just didn't like it that much. I felt like the characters were very boring. They didn't have much to offer except for the cheek clapping, which was admittedly hot. So on a wop to flop scale, I guess it's somewhere in the middle because it was sexy, but it was also boring as hell, and I really did not like the characters all that much. I mean, they weren't terrible, but they were kind of annoying, and I just felt like they didn't have all that much personality. They just were like there, and I just didn't buy the fact that they were in love. I didn't feel any sense of like emotional intimacy. I feel like their characters, like I said, they're just kind of boring. I don't even know if I ever give you like a full synopsis of it, but basically it's about this guy named Theo. He's a exiled prince and he's trying to get his crown back, but he's currently like in New York doing some random shit. Him and his bodyguard are in a relationship, but not really in a relationship, but kind of sorta. And they meet this girl at a club and they hook up with her. They have this awesome one night stand, and they're both still super duper obsessed with her months later, and they kind of are trying to like rekindle their relationship. But Theo's political enemies find out about the girl and they're trying to use her against them, and so they have to like be on the run away from like these political assassins or whatever. And while they're on the run, they're having lots of hot sex, and that's basically the story. And it was just like, yeah, didn't do it for me. I didn't love it. Didn't love it. It was fine. The next and final book that I'm going to be reading is Pink Slip by Katrina Jackson, and I'm pretty sure this book has something to do with like spies, and I know that this book is polyamorous, and there's pegging in it, so we saved the best for last. It has both P's that we're looking for, so excited for this one. Hi folks, so finally giving you a slightly different angle. Yeah, so I'm about to start reading Pink Slip. This is the way that I've heard this book pitched. I've heard it pitched as, what if James Bond was married and he had a secretary and him and his wife were in love with their secretary? So that's what I've heard that this is, and I'm very excited about it. And you guys all know that I love Katrina Jackson, so I feel like it's gonna slap. And if it doesn't slap, I'll be really sad. But yeah, I'm in such a weird headspace, you guys, because like virtual learning is so hard for me this semester. I don't really know what it is, because last semester I also had to be, damn, why is my dog so loud? Can you hear my dog? She's like crying in the background. Okay, so last semester virtual learning was not that bad for me. Like I felt like it was perfectly fine. Like it was kind of annoying, and I kind of felt similarly like disengaged, and I wasn't quite as motivated as I usually am last semester, but I didn't feel like it was so hard, so difficult. But this semester just feels so difficult, and I just like, I'm struggling. I am cracking under the academic pressure, and it's only been like 4 weeks of the semester, so absolutely hate this for me. I need to get myself together. I need to get it together, girl, because we have so many more weeks of edumacating to do, and I hate it here. I really hate it here. Is anybody else doing virtual learning? What are your experiences? Do you have any tips for how to, like, I don't know, keep motivated or whatever? Because my motivation is like, it's like all the way down there. But in other news, I found interesting ways to procrastinate, which include lots and lots of Netflix. So I've been watching Hunter x Hunter. That's like the next anime that's been on my list. So I've been watching Hunter x Hunter. I have formally adopted Gon because fuck Gene Freaks. Gene Freaks is the worst fictional father I've ever encountered. Horrible. So I have adopted Gon. I've also been watching Julie and the Phantoms. Excellence. Kenny Ortega is the director, the guy who directed High School Musical. And if you stand High School Musical, you just need to watch this. It's just so cute and it's so funny. It's about this girl and she meets this ghost band and they form a band together, and it's just like, it's so cute, it's so funny, and it's gay. We love to see it. We love to see it. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go read Pink Slip and try not to get distracted by the 2 shows that I'm watching, and try to do some schoolwork because, you know, trying to get my degree and shit. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm like 12% in. It already slaps. Definitely seems to be some HR violations going on, but Hi friends, so I completed Pink Slip and I'm thinking about giving it maybe 3.5 stars. It was pretty good. It was fun. I feel like if you like spy stories and you like spy movies and stuff, I feel like you'll probably enjoy this. You know, it's like a fun spy movie but sexy. Anyways, it was definitely enjoyable. I would say that I recommend it if you want something like fun, short, action-packed, and I definitely want to read more in the series. I think I just want to read like less spicy books for a little while because I've read a lot of them and I'm just a little bit tired of it. You know, it's just like spiciness should be taken in small doses. So I just feel like reading 3 like erotic romances back to back, it just like lessened the impact of the steaminess. You know what I mean? Anyway, maybe you don't know what I mean. I don't know if I'm making any kind of sense, but I gave it 3.5 stars. So I definitely rounded it up on Goodreads to 4 stars. It was enjoyable. Like I said, it was fun. It was action packed. It was sexy. I can't necessarily say that I bought the fact that they were all in love. I didn't feel it. Most of their like scenes have to do with them having sex or being horny. So I don't believe that they're in love. They're definitely in lust. Their lust was sexy, but do I believe they're in love? Probably not. So what was the point of this vlog? What did we do? What did we gain? We read a bunch of steamy romances. And I don't know. That's it. That's really all I have for you guys today in this vlog. So thank you for going on this little journey with me. I guess I really needed something to think about and put my mind towards that wasn't schoolwork because school is really kicking my ass, and I just needed to do something, anything that wasn't me reading and writing essays about like Jane Eyre and shit. So thank you for indulging me in whatever this weird vlog turns out to be. Also, if you got to the end of this video, leave me like the eggplant emoji or something. It seems suitably inappropriate for the content of this video. So leave me the eggplant emoji if you made it to the end. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And a special thank you to all of my wonderful patrons.